Awesome. Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes before people get here. Otherwise, they're not gonna know what's going on. Either everybody's having load shedding, or nobody wants to watch me build Jagd Doga. I'm just gonna go be sad now. Sad Paul. Sad. Sag. All the Sag. Might be. Let's see, maybe. Well, I'm sure everybody will sneak in eventually. Some of you guys, as you get your power stuff sorted during the evening. I have got a few interesting items on my cutting mat today. In the shame Jeff's doing the back orders. Ooh. Did you see I updated mine? Yeah, so guys, I got some very interesting items here. I've got some super glue. I got the Army Painter drill set, mostly because I need to use the little drill bits. I've got my pin vise, and I've got the GOOOO hammer, which is broken. And if you guys want to take 2 seconds just to look at the kit cam. You'll see my GOOOO is looking very sad. Sad GOOOO. He hasn't got his axe. So this light's making everything look so glowy. Anyway, so yeah, I want to sort that out. I want to rectify that. I hate that my GOOOO doesn't have his titular weapon. Well, main weapon. Let's not say titular on the stream. Anyway, cool. So the process here is I got some piano wire, which I'm going to bring up to the camera. It's very, very thin wire, as I'm sure you can imagine. Yo, that light is very hot. And yeah, and I've just clipped a small bit of it off. You can sort of see it there in my hands. Yeah, I'll sort out that exposure. Let me switch on this bad boy, get the light balanced a bit, because that's looking too crazy. And yeah, and then I'm gonna get into a bit of this. Yeah, that's a Ninja Turtle. It's a Ninja Turtle. It's can't even think of a good name right now. It's Gunpla. So I just have to remember. Okay, so this is how it broke. So a lot of guys would just, for example, just glue it and hope for the best, and yeah, sometimes that works until it drops or somebody sneezes or farts really hard near it, and then it falls apart on you. So what we're gonna do tonight is I'm gonna drill a little hole in there and a little hole in there and make sure that they marry, and then we're going to use some super glue to put a pin in. So let's not mess around. I want to get this out of the way quickly before I get to the Jagd Doga, because I'm sure many of you guys are excited about this, because I did mention it. And so at least when you guys check out the stream a little bit later or whatever's, at least this is right there for you. You don't have to dig for it. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the whole process here of I'm going to load my pin vise with the very, very tiny drill bit that I've got here. And I purposefully have a drill bit. Well, when I say purposefully, this one's just a little bit bigger than the piano wire. And I've done the very scientific measurement of holding the piano wire up to the drill bit and seeing that they are more or less the same size, which is great for me. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a marker. I just want to put like I'm going to put a little X on here, just so I can target where the center is. Let's not be done, and hopefully you guys can see this. Cool. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there's a nice little X. Mark the spot. And I have to be cognizant of that piece. I'm going to do another X here. And why am I drawing an X, guys? it's mostly to find the center of the piece. Okay, this is gonna help me when I drill. Cool, so I'll put that on the kit cam for you quickly. And on the kit cam. So there we go, guys. You can see autofocus will kick in. There we go. You can see there's a nice X there on the broken hammer. And it's going to drill a little hole there. So let's get back to the main scene. Boom. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so let's get a little bit of a pilot in here. You guys can mostly see this. Don't worry, guys. Some things are changing soon. I'll have my camera will be a lot closer to the action in future. For now, it is what it is. We all got to start somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna drill. This thing does make a bit of an annoying squeaky sound, so I apologize in advance. And it's gonna get this drilled in. And sorry guys, I know that my hand's obscuring the action, but I want to get this in decently. And for that I need to be on top of it. So I at least know that I'm getting a more or less 90-degree drop. I'll sort of drill a little bit and I'll stop and I'll measure how deep this is going. I need this to be at least the whole way through. So here we go. Anyway, while I'm doing this, that requires so much concentration. Wow! Everybody's in the chat box! Stop Mecha Junkie! What's up, Space Dusty? This is an HG Jagd. So now you know. Who else is in here? Thank you, Jeff. Build Force Assemble! Very cool. And of course, guys, Jeff is in the comments, which is great. So I'm going to keep going through this. And we're going. Almost there. Very squeaky. I know. Okay, but that's pretty deep. Okay, that's good. I got my hole in there. I'm gonna just test the piano wire, see if it sits in there comfortably. It does. It's a little bit skew, but that always sort of happens a little bit. There we go. That's why it's skew, because it's actually all the way through, and it's not a very solid piece. So I don't know how much of that you can see, but hold on, let me hold it there. Pitch it a bit, and you guys can see. So it's in there. Cool. Now it's got to do the same to the handle. This one obviously is going to be hard to drill like this, so I'm going to have to get it from the side. I could do something cool like use something like my helpful hands. That will probably make my life a lot easier. A vise would make it easier, but here we are. So let's see what happens. Let's do this. And squeaky noises again. Let's go. I'll just make sure I'm level there. So if you guys want, while I'm doing this, I like to test out multiple tools and things on the show. Like, you know, just in general, I'm just one of those builders who just really enjoys trying out new tools and new toys and all kinds of cool stuff. So I got these army painter drills mostly because it was really convenient. I was at the Nexus for a build meet, very same kind of build meet that we're doing on Saturday, and I went upstairs because they do all the Warhammer and miniatures and whatever, and they actually stock army painter tools, and this little drill set was sitting there, and I thought, oh, you know what, I actually need one, because I hate going to builders and then, like, you know, like, if I can, I don't often find myself in a builders, and every time I go to a builders, they never have these small drill bits that I'm looking for. It's just my luck, I guess. So anyway, I got these army painter ones, and they're pretty good. I'm happy with them. I didn't pay too much for them, which made me very happy. I like paying very little for things, especially like disposable stuff like drill bits. But the Army Painter ones are decent. You get pretty much 2 of each drill bit, which is super helpful. Obviously, these are made for with the miniature builder in mind. So the idea there is that you know, they've got everything there for you to drill out your you know, the rifles and things for the space smurfs, for the hardcore space smurfs. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab and get some. Okay, so this is a bit of a pro tip for you when you're using super glue. Firstly, I keep all my super glue in the fridge. Okay, this lives in the fridge. It's nice and cold. Why do I keep it in the fridge, you may ask? Because it actually retards the drying process. Okay, it makes it take longer to set. Ergo, it doesn't you know, glue the cap in place. You can see now I just dropped a little bit on this plastic, and I'm going to go to work now. So I want to just get a bit more super glue on that. Really want to just dressing this up nicely. Put that there. Let's see, moment of truth, guys. I'm gonna hold this on the camera as much as possible. I don't know how much of this you can see, but we're gonna find out. Just want to get this. No pin, get in there. Okay. So this pin is being cheeky. There we go. Okay, it's kind of more or less in there. And let's do a test fit before I glue anything there. Ooh, it's gonna take a while to get in there. Cool. Okay, so it's more or less okay. I'm not fully sold on my fix yet. It's feeling a bit skew there. I want to make sure that this lines up nicely with the piece. And my hands. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Don't break anything, Paul. There we go. Sometimes it needs a little bit of a bend just to get it right. The sad thing about a fix like this is it all depends on what you're going to be fixing, but more often than not you're never going to get it quite the same as what it was before, and that's just the truth. That's just one of life's sort of truths with this stuff. But you can get it close as damn it, and you can actually, if you take the time and you don't wabi-sabi it as much as I'm doing, you could actually get a much better approach. That said, I do want to go in just a little bit deeper. Not so much deeper, I just want to just pull the drill bit. First I want to get this in there more. I want it to float a bit more in there. There we go. And I do want to just sort of ream this space here a bit. And I'm going to do that with the help of my needle file. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to get in there a little bit. Guys, I'm going to check out all the chats just now. I just want to get out of this headspace, and then I'll answer questions and check out stuff. Otherwise, I hope you're all having a great evening, and I'm so glad you could join me this evening with all of this good stuff. Cool. Okay, let's get some glue in there. I know I don't care about wasting super glue, because here's the catch with super glue. You very seldom ever see an empty super glue bottle, because more often than not it will dry before you even get to that. So you know what? Use your super glue. Just use it. Okay. It's looking a bit skewed there. There we go, that's much better. Okay, that's getting there. Still feel like it's a little off. Is it a little off? Oh, guys, it's good enough for me. So I'm just gonna let the super glue do its thing. So nothing's flinging off. So that's a good test. So and this is why I like to use super glue on a little plastic container, like plastic sheet of in this case it was cigarette plastic. But just, yeah, get a nice piece of paper or something that you can throw away and you know what it is. If you guys want to keep your drill bits lasting longer, put them away when you're done with them. Don't let them bang around in your toolbox while fixed into your pin vise. But now we're done with that part of the show, and that's cool. Now we can move on to some Jagd Doga. Oh, maybe. Okay, hold on, let me do this. Okay, is missing a crucial part of his hand right now, but I'm going to switch us to the kit cam, and now. Crap. There we go. Cool. So now I got GOOOO, and I can pop his helmet back in his helmet. And put his hammer back in his hand. Okay, but now I haven't got the back part of his hand, which is just, you know, equally annoying. But yeah, at least he looks more formidable now with his hammer. Yay! Sorry about the back piece missing. Gonna have to look for that. Anyway, you guys, I'm sure you guys want to see more of him now. So yeah, this is Gunpla. Cool. Anyway, thank you for that. Thank you, GOOOO. One of my favorite designs in Iron-Blooded Orphans. Totally. You and the man Rhodey. I think you guys are both great. Okay, but now we are here for the main event. What everybody has come here for. They have come here to watch the Jagd Doga. At least that's what I hope you have come to check out. Let's go to main scene. That's right, guys. You see it all happen here. And cool. And here's that heavy arms I built the other day. Actually a really rad little kit. I would have done it as part of the stream, but after asking about 4 or 5 times for a vote to see if anybody wants to see me build the heavy arms, everybody was more in favor of other kits, and so I built those. And I had a bit of a load shedding day. I couldn't do anything, and I decided I was going to build my heavy arms. Lots of fun, this kit. Really cool, simple, and I'll get into painting him when I get the Shenlong. Okay, let me open up Jagd Doga and just talk about the Jagd Doga a little bit as we get into this. And check the comments. Cool. Sweet. Mech Junkie says the Witch from Mercury anime was awesome. Loud Lungs. Good here, love the first episode so far. Yes, and what's up, Loud Lungs? Hey, buddy. How does the hammer fit in the holding hand? Round shaft and a square handhole. It just kind of does. It's a bit more of a friction thing. But there's actually 2 little grips closer to the head of the hammer. So it can hold it there, kind of secures it a bit. It's also meant to actually hold the hammer with both hands. I just had it in the one-handed pose because it was standing with it on its shoulder. So, let's see. Ariel was like Saitama in that battle. Alright guys, it's a pleasure, man. I see a lot of thanks for sharing the knowledge. It's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. That's what we are here for. Want to help you build joy. So guys, the Jagd Doga, that's this bad boy over here. Interesting kit, interesting unit. It's the bodyguard of the Sasabi, or should I say this guy, June Gus, is Shah's bodyguard. And in the Universal Century, this whole thing takes place in the Shah's counterattack part of the story. So you guys might want to see this. It's real juicy. Look at all my pieces, nice and organized. Ooh, and already clipped. I think I may have missed a piece here and there, but if I do, then I'll just clip it on the stream and you guys can see how I do that. It's not always the most exciting thing. So I'm just going to put this on the side here of the viewing area so you guys can have the excitement of watching the parts slowly empty in the little case. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so fun fact about this kit is the original HG, and I don't even want to call it an HG, the original Gundam kit of this that came out in like 95 or whenever it came out, was one of my first, actually it was my first Gunpla kit. So, and I bought it from a computer shop. And yeah, it's great. I remember being completely blown away by the fact that it had a multicolored runner, because up until that point I'd never really seen a multicolored runner. I'd only ever seen a single colored runner. Here, there we go, I did miss some spots here. And yeah, that was kind of an amazing thing for me at the time. Another thing that was pretty cool was, yeah, it was my first Gundam. And although I had seen quite a few Gundam kits up until that point, friends of mine had kits from Gundam Wing. I'd never seen the runners, you know, I'd only ever saw the actual final kit. So I didn't realize that Bandai does this sorcery of multicolored runners. So that's kind of been their thing, and I think the Char's counterattack kits were the first ones to do it, or should I say they were given a subtitle called System Injection. And that was the whole thing that they were using there for that. So cool. So you're gonna see me do this a lot, guys. Those of you who've never watched one of my streams before, you'll see I'll kind of cut into the male pigs. I do this to remove the piece, to remove parts from the kit easier, to take the kit apart later when I decide to paint it. And make no mistake, I'm totally painting the Jagd Doga, because half the reason I actually want to build this kit and have wanted to build this kit for such a long time is because, well, it just brings back great memories of my first Gundam kit. And actually my real grade Sasabi needs a companion, because I'd like to display them together if possible. So I do also hope to do some panel line mods to this kit, as well as a little bit of chopping into the parts a little bit. I won't do that on the stream, but I will do that at the build meet. That's what I'm planning to do this Saturday at our next build meet. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I'm doing it in front of, well, doing it with people around me. I'm used to it being a very solitary exercise, so that's going to be cool. Anyway, here we go. We are busy with the chest here. See that there's all kinds of polycaps. That's quite standard for a high grade that came out, I think this is 2005 or 2006 when this came out. And I remember having it in the store as well back in the day, with full intentions of picking it up for the exact same reasons that I just told you now. And I just never pulled the trigger. But then again, lots of other exciting master grades and things were coming out at the time as well. So it's a little spoiled for choice. And now with Bandai being so careful with distribution and whatevers, and limiting how many things people can get, and me sort of getting to the end of my Sasabi real grade build. Of course I missed the part there. Where's my ocarina? To me, my magical ocarina. Doo doo doo, doo doo doo, doo 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 doo. Wow, my ocarina is angry with me. I'm just gonna have to rock it old school then. Let me use my loyal knife. Guys, do you know which song from The Legend of Zelda that was that I just did now? It's probably the most common one. See, this is why I cut male pegs shorter and cut an angle into a male peg, because look at this annoyance. You know what, guys, I'm actually gonna go and fetch my pod separator. I can't believe it's actually not here with me. Please give me 2 seconds and let Keroro tell you some jokes. I'll be 2 seconds. loosing. You guys are all like, we could actually hear you, Paul, when you were walking around your house. Actually, and here's my ocarina. It's been here the whole time. I'm just gonna blame all of this weird behavior on the heat. If you guys can indulge me on that, that would be so great. I'd appreciate that. Okay. So I use the wave part separator. Jeff likes the plastic one. I also think the plastic one is cool because it doesn't hurt your pieces as much as this one. This one requires a lot more control. Awesome, I dropped a piece. Okay, let's try that again. Wow, it's like amateur hour here today, my word. PCD. I hate polycaps. I actually really hate these things. Like, no, that's not fair. I don't hate them too much. I hate them when they use them for arms. Like, when it's the only joint in the arm, I really, really hate that. Because then you see it, you know, they are famously difficult to paint or to color up. And it's so annoying. And anyway, we're on the journey now to building an awesome chest. Cool. Put this little piece here. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, so far pretty straightforward build actually, if you're not leaving your magical ocarina of separation lying around in plain sight. Also guys, I won't, for example, like I disassembled this kit to make, I took it off the runners to make it, you know, much more enjoyable and pleasant build stream. But you'll see that I won't necessarily go and immediately click all of these pieces, you know, in preparation stage. I'll do them as I'm building the kit. It's a very good reason for it. It's often happened. It's happened to me once or twice in the past where that piece actually, you do see the male peg on the other side of the part. So like sometimes it will like sort of mimic a bolt or something going through the armor, and that's like really irritating. So yeah, so that's kind of a whoopsie that's easy to fall for. So if you do use this technique, please just be observant. Just be cognizant of what you're doing. Don't be in a hurry. You know, Jeff and I can't stress this enough to guys who are builders. Even if you are experienced, take your time, enjoy the build, feel the build. You know, I mean, oh, there we go. See, there's a bit of flash or a bit of a nub there. Let's get that off. Hope you guys can all see this. I'm using my second cut nippers because I've already done the first cut. I'm not using my katana nippers. I'm actually mostly saving them for the Macross Hasegawa builds that I'll be doing. So this is already looking pretty good. Let's get you up there. Yay. Nice. This is gonna be a big boy, hey? So, cool story about this, just cool story to go with the cool story. Well, I think it's a cool story, of course I do, this is my life. Anyway, so I built this Jagd Doga, right? Okay, so this is like the first Bandai kit I've ever built. Oh, the first, yeah, Bandai robot kit I've ever built. No, second one. Actually, it's the second one. First one was from Tekkaman Blade. It was the Tekkaman Dark. Anyway, so I'm like, wow, Tekkaman Dark you build is about like this big. It's about 15 centimeters. And I'm like, okay, rad. And then I build Jagd Doga, and he's also about 15 or so centimeters. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, you know, these are big Gundams. You know, these are big model kits. And then Dave's collection of Gundam stuff. He's also got quite a few biggish kits. And so I'm like, okay, cool. And then my buddy Ken brings back a tall geese for me from, well, wherever he got it from. He said it was from Japan. But it was a legit kit. That's not like any of that stuff. Anyway, he brings me this tall geese, and I'm like, okay, cool, tall geese. Like, look at the box. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I knew about Gundam Wing, but I'd never like actually watched it up until that point. And I see it's the Tall Geese 3, so it must mean that there's like, you know, 2 other versions. And then I look in the box, and you can actually build all any one of the 3 versions. It was cool, man. It was like really rad. Anyways, I built this Tall Geese. And guys, if you know anything about Wing Gundam, you know that those little dudes, they're tiny, man. They're like, they're small mobile suits. You know, they're kind of like in the same vein as like a F91. Maybe a little bit bigger, maybe, but more or less the same kind of size. And yeah, so just to put things into perspective, you got a kit that's like this big, and then the Tall Geese, which is like that big, but they're the same scale. Yeah, so I was like, wow, I really felt ripped off. I was like, oh no. But that's how the Tall Geese became kind of a popular, well, not popular, but one of my sort of loved designs. That's because of that experience. Cool. And now we have a head. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, exposure. There we go. I'll put it on the kit cam now when I pop it onto the head. Ooh, okay. Good. My system is working. So let's kit cam quickly for you all. And there we go. Obviously you guys know I'm not going to be putting the stickers on. And there's a good reason for it. Aside from the fact that I don't like the stickers, I'm actually going to keep them as a mask. Because this has a kind of a bird kind of design happens here. And much easier to have a mask for that that's already in the sticker. So okay, where are we now? Head's done. Not too excited about building the gun, I'm not gonna lie. Let me know in the comments, should I build the gun or the shield first? Which one do you want to see first? I will give you guys a chance to marinate on that while I read comments. Let's see what's been happening. Yes, that's actually a good question. Thank you, Jeff. Speaking of your first Gunpla, let me know. I want to know in the comments, in the chat. Such a boomer sometimes. Space Dusty says, so my silver and gold Gunpla markers came today. This is how Space Dusty sounds, guys. I promise you, I've met him in real life. He's like, want to try using them on parts of the Kenbuzan. Any advice on the steps? Do I need to prime first or paint a base layer? Or can I just paint on the part as if it's small detail? Jeff says, can just paint on the part, but feed a bit of the paint onto a place and use a paintbrush to paint rather than the marker tip for better control. So yeah, basically that's exactly what I'd say. I would decant the paint into like I got these very helpful little metal dishes. These are so great. I love these. Yeah, and I would just decant a bit of that paint in there and then just use a nice kind of a nice brush, not this shitty army painter brush, to do the work. That should be good for you. Yeah, Anyway, now you got an answer, the same answer from Jeff and myself. Ooh, Space Dusty's first build was HG Opa Gundam Revive. Oh, that's a goodie, man. That's a goodie. And Mecha Junkie first kit was a first grade Grandpa Gundam I found at a flea market when I was like 11 in a pile of World War II plain model kits. Okay, cool. Yeah, first grade, like basically just a Gundam kit. That's last call for should I do the shield or the gun first? I'll give us 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, I'm done building the shield. I didn't see any comments sporadically magically appear, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Oh, somebody got shot in the song. Boom, boom, boom. Don't draw attention to your music or during your streams. It is not a good idea. I know, but it is also my stream, so it's okay. I'll be a rebel today. Come on, man. What the heck? Oh, okay, this is... Okay, well that has an actual direction. Oof, I love it when parts have this. Guys, just so you know, I mean, obviously I'm clipping these things at an angle. You guys know the drill. But that does mean that for certain parts in the assembly later, when I do actually paint it and I do my final assembly, I'll be gluing them. That really is up. Okay, and I don't know which one's up, because according to the manual, I have to do this. There we go. Try that again. Ah, very cute. Okay, that's the only one that's the 12 o'clock at the 12 o'clock. Okay, there we go. We got the shield. It's gonna be very loose, but I love that they have this detail. Look at this. Bandai 2006 giving me removable detail for the inside of a shield so that I don't have to mask it. Thank you, Bandai 2006, because Bandai 2019 didn't get the memo, or should I say 2018 didn't get the memo with the real great Sasabi's shield. Meh. Am I bitter about it? No, not at all. Me? Nah. Okay, this is a gun. I'm just gonna slap it there. Yeah, get together there. Boom. Nothing too complicated here. Oh, there is a little bit of a PC here to remove. Boom, boom, boom. And let's clip this in there. Oh, shoot. Snaggin' wagons. I had this piece. I love looking for little pieces of grey plastic. Yay, watching Paul dig in the box for a part. And he's doing it out of two. Not even holding a wheel. Okay, well we'll find that piece just now. The important part is already here. Put on this cool sight. What's quite rad is that this gun on the original kit was actually also like pretty detailed. It was a really good that was a really good kit. I feel like that's like when Bandai started going, yeah, we gotta take this model kit thing seriously. No, I'm kidding. I think that's when they started like inventing new technologies. Because I remember when the PlayStation 1 came out, and I'm talking about in Japan. Sorry, not to sound pretentious, I'm just saying like when it came out in Japan, I was very fortunate in that I got my console pretty much 7 or 8 months after its initial launch in Asia, actually. So, well, which is the same as Japanese launch, more or less. And when David went over to Hong Kong, he's like, "Do you want anything from Hong Kong?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And can you guys guess what that is? It was Gundam. Can you guess what the cool Gundam kit was at the time? No, maybe you can't, but I'll give you guys a chance to think about it. Well, I try to find this silly piece now. So much for being organized. Keep all the arm pieces in here. Should have just... Anyway, whatever. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Those things fuel anxiety. We don't need anxiety to be fueled. We just need to build a cool model kit. This is coming alive. I'm very excited. I also really want to get this done in this single stream because I really want to take this through to the build meet to do my mods and things to it. I'm just grabbing these. I hate these polycaps. I really hate polycaps. I know what these are going to be for the wrist joints. Oof. Nightmare fuel for me. It's because then the Gundam's wrists start getting a bit limp. And I get it, but I mean, it's not like it's the only Gundam here, you know what I mean? It's not the only mobile suit here, it doesn't have to feel lonely. D-cuts. I suppose that's another thing I'm going to be doing on Saturday as I carve in panel lines. I'm going to be cleaning pieces. I'm seeing 1 or 2 sneaky nubs. Anyway, cool, that's cool. Okay, these are almost organized and ready to be built. Oh yeah, these are cool looking pieces. I actually want to hold these up to the camera. Check out these. You know, without the blinding light. There we go. I think this looks, it just looks cool. Anyway, enough of that. And yes, I'm snorting still. I do apologize. I'm trying not to. Still a little bit under the weather. It's really annoying. It's like hot. And I feel like this, you know. Aren't we supposed to be feeling great when it's hot? Then again, I suppose most of us are inside children, so... And come here. Come here now! It is your destiny! Okay. Yes, clip me. Oh, that feels so good. Do it again. Clip me. Oh, yes. Great. Okay, cool. These are pretty straightforward. This whoopsie doodle goes over there. Oh, that's going to be fun later when I paint this piece. Oh, that's going to be a scraper. That's something to... So there's something to be cognizant of if you build this kit and you want to paint it. There's your first challenge. So far, for a 2006 kit, I have not encountered a lot of seams yet. That's going to change, mark my words. It always does. But, yeah, so far so good. See, these polycaps are the worst. These like little... They look like a little military pillbox. Let me get it. It should hopefully autofocus in some way or another. Anyway, it's really annoying. Very old school. I'm so glad that they stopped using these because they're lame. I know why they're designed that way. It's just they're still lame. Okay, so far, oh, I love that. Okay, so no seam there, bit of a seam here, are fairly easy enough to deal with, and these get covered up. So still happy days for me. Cool, let's just get this switch this way. That's an easy piece. Guys, you know I'm dying to speak about Witch from Mercury, right? Like, oh, thank you, Mr. OCD. And hello, Mr. OCD. Okay, let's see. Let me jump into here. Oh, shield. Space Dusty, you won anyway, hey? Because we did the shield. Hey, what's up, No Sleep Shogun? Sweet. Give us clues, Paul. Oh, yes. So, back to my story. So, the big kit at the time, and I saw this on CNN. Okay, how crazy is that? I saw it on CNN. The Crystal Gundam. RX-78 Crystal Gundam. Well, let me tell you, let me tell you, fellow friends here in the chat, I lost my shit. Okay, I was like, this is what I want from Hong Kong. And David like saw a picture. He went onto the internet and he was like, this one. I'm like, this is the one. He's like, okay, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, don't you want to get a PlayStation? I'm like, I don't know if I can afford a PlayStation. He's like, okay, we can get you. And he's like, maybe we should, like, why don't we do this? I'm gonna get a PlayStation. You know, why don't you get a Neo Geo CD? So I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll get a Neo Geo CD and a Gundam. No, because this is my brain in like 1996 or 95 or 96, whenever it was. Anyway, so David goes to Hong Kong. I get this phone call after school. I get home, the phone's ringing, because, you know, phones did that. They actually rang. You didn't know who was on the other end. It was wild times, actually, very wild times. Just when a phone rings and you don't know who's on the other side, it's just crazy. Anyway, it was David phoning me from Hong Kong, and he's like, okay, here's the thing. The Crystal Gundam costs the same as the PlayStation 1. I totally bought that, by the way. Yeah, so you do still want it? And I'm like, no, I want a PlayStation now. I'm like, what about the Neo Geo CD? He's like, it's like 3 times the price of a PlayStation. So I'm like, okay, screw it. I don't want to play King of Fighters that bad, you know what I mean? So anyway, long story short, that's when I got my PlayStation 1. And I got Resident Evil 1 with it. Or actually, I know it back then as Biohazard. Got Rockman X3. And there was another really awesome game. There's a few awesome, like, very cool Japanese releases. I also got Ace Combat, got Ridge Racer Revolution, Alien Trilogy. Good times, man, good times. PlayStation 1, good times. And still didn't get the damn Gundam, Crystal Gundam. But I have one now. Because, yeah. And one day I'll bring it from my parents' place. I don't think I'll build it, because it's kind of like a lot of effort. It's just a lot of effort. But I totally will bring it and show you guys on the stream one day, or bring it to a build stream. Actually, I think it'll be, to a build meet. I think it'll be cooler if I bring it to a build meet. You guys can see the magnificence that is the Crystal RX-78. And also, like, how far Bandai went, you know, to try and make it like a thing, you know. Anyway, it's a cool thing. Let's see. Okay, No Sleep Shogun. So now you know. Yeah. Okay, so No Sleep Shogun asks, is it a Japanese PS1 plus Final Fantasy 7? Dude, Final Fantasy 7 wasn't out yet, actually, when I asked for my PS1. So that should tell you. I know, that's crazy, hey? If you can believe a time before Final Fantasy 7. I did, however, play a very nice RPG called Breath of Fire 3, which I loved back then. Played it in Japanese, then eventually got to play it in English. So yeah, let me just pop this in here. Keep checking the chats. Oh, Mech Junkie, now you guys are asking, was it a Super Robot Wars Alpha? No, there was no Super Robot Wars Alpha then. I heard Joburg's already in the middle of summer. Joburg is kind of in the, like, third circle of hell right now. I don't know if I'd call it, like, summer, because it seems quite hot. You know, South Africans are quite used to that, or should I say Joburgers are quite used to it being hot. But this has been stupid hot. Like, you know, like dumb hot. Like, you're just dumb. Anyway, the Neo Geo CD, that brings me back. Yeah, No Sleep Shogun. It is a great console. I actually really regret not getting one. Especially considering like the sort of legendary status that the console has now with the kind of games that are on it. I mean, for me, in all honesty, I may have been a little bit annoyed, knowing that people on PlayStation 1 were playing Resident Evil and I was stuck with like Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting and Samurai Shodown and Metal Slug. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I really love those games, but I really love the single player experience of something like survival horror. I actually got a little bit of a nickname from it back in the day, which was cool. When I used to game, well, not used to game, but when I was a younger gamer. Anyway, so I'll save that for another day. But yeah, man, it's a cool console. I actually saw one in New York, and I was kind of tempted to buy it till I saw how much it costs. Can you guys can just imagine how much that cost? Translated into rands from the dollar price, we are looking at a very cool 22,000 rand. So I was like, no, I'd rather buy the Beatmania arcade stick, which was a very cool 900 rand, but really big, and I didn't know how I was going to put it in my luggage. So, bummer. Because I love me some Beatmania. And I would have loved to have had the controller for that. Still would love to have the controller for that. Okay, this is going to be a whoopsie situation. Okay, no, it's actually okay. It's actually okay. It's a good one. It's cool. Sniffles! Stop at. So far, this kit does not feel like a kit that comes from 2006. This kit is very much feeling like something that came out in the last... Like, this kit's got that same... It's got that same feel that a Revive kit has. Like, it feels like a modern... Like, it's got modern thinking. Except for the polycaps, obviously. I've been complaining about those enough for you guys to know that that's an annoying thing. But, yeah. Kind of really feeling the sort of modernness to this. Even the proportions feel quite good, and the range of mobility. Like, the Jagd Doga, the original... Just explode on me, thank you, pieces. But that's just because I was, you know, doing my whole cut thing. Anyway, the original was quite hampered with its articulation, but then again, so was the new and the Sasabi from that time. Let me switch this on to the kit cam and you guys can check it out. Here we go, looking pretty cool. Let me just see the little arms. Pretty cool, actually. Also, not like wasted details, you know what I mean, on the inside. Like, there's stuff happening there. It's not boring to look at. It's concealing a lot, which makes me very happy. So far, so good. Very happy I got this. Knew I was gonna love it, irrespective, but didn't realize I was gonna love it this much. And that's saying a lot because I love the Jagd Doga. Also, how cool is... I mean, it's so great. It's got turquoise in its color scheme. I'm a little bit worried that this manual, just watching my feet now a little bit. This manual is very white and it's very, I feel like it's very in your face, guys. So I'm just gonna actually move it off the camera a little bit and have it there, and then you guys can actually see this a little bit more. It's a little bit more exciting, hopefully. Also, just please excuse me for 2 seconds. Cool guys, I just wanted to save you from the sound of me blowing my nose. It's not an ASMR vid tonight, it's just a model building. It's cool. Wow Paul, you call them vids, like we're in a 90s cartoon. Namely Batman Beyond. Speaking of cartoons, well actually, before I annoy somebody, actually I don't care if I annoy people with this. Watching a really awesome anime at the moment. I'm sure many of you have watched this already. It's called 86. So good. So good. And you know, as a South African, I love it even more because it touches on some very strong socio-political kind of concepts and ideas and issues and crises.
Red
and...
mobile suit?
Whoa! Sweet, we got a new subscriber. Yeah! What's up? Sorry, I just heard red mobile suit. Cool. Anyway. Oh, these are gonna be fun. Let's just be a bit gentle here. Ooh, that's very tight. Okay, I'll show you what I normally like to do for that. It's kind of gross, but watch this cam. So I'm just gonna put a bit of spit on that. Okay, I know it's gross, okay, but it's just to sort of lubricate the piece, and then I'm gonna sort of gently move it because that is a very dry on dry connection, and I'm worried that it generates a lot of torque and destroys the shoulder grip. Anyway, we can now hold its funnels. Let's put that there. Ooh, next time I do one of these, I'll save that for next time. Anyway, cool. So we got the funnels. Let's get to the... They want me to build the legs, but I normally like to build the hips first. The waist, the lower waist, the hips, whatever, just that thing. The things you tend to break when you're like 80, those. I'm gonna build those first. And if you have been involved in any kind of motocross, there's a high likelihood that you've also given your hips a bit of a hiding. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I'm looking for. Oh goody, some more things to clip off for camera. Yay! Nice, okay, cool. Got the energy belt ready. These guys over here. So cool that the skirt, I didn't separate the skirt. The skirt is actually two separate pieces already. Always nice when they do that. You know, whatever's, but quite modern thinking. I know that a lot around this time, a lot of the kits still had that they were joined together, but they didn't have the two ball joints holding them. So this is nice. It's nice to see some modern thinking here. Okay, let's go. PCN. Yeah, you'll notice that I don't always clip off PC parts. I don't see the need or the point. They're very soft. They usually come off just by rolling them with your hands. Yeah. And oh my word, really, Paul? Didn't you just The subscriber you have dialed is currently unavailable or being really dumb. Come on, where are you? I swear, guys, didn't I just put this piece down here? Am I going crazy? And if I am, is it such a bad thing? I don't know. Let me know in the chats. Well, I just try to find this hip piece. What the actual heck? Yeah. Okay, so that's there, that's there, that's there. Yeah. That's there. No, definitely not you. It's a conundrum. No, there's a very much foot parts. That's the foot part box. Backpack. And good times. Hey, now at least you know this is not a simulated experience, this is a very real experience. That is strange. What a mystery. Maybe it's right in front of me, and I'm just too blonde to see it right now. Not that being blonde is meant to imply anything. Before. Interesting. And annoying. Okay, well, that's me giving up on life now. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I will find this piece. I'm going to quickly look in its box. That farty sound was the box, I promise you. Let's make a farty sound with the box again. It's not happening. Did I forget to clip a piece off? Is this possible? Good thing I'm not building a 30-minute missions kit, otherwise it would have been like an hour and 30 minutes mission. Like Jeff's. That's actually a cool stream, you guys should check it out if you haven't already. Okay. D3. Okay, so if it's D3 and that's D4, they're the same color. Or that gunmetal color. Process of elimination. Maybe I dropped it. No, I didn't drop it. I'd almost like say, let me take the camera and you can come help me look for it, but I'm worried that you'll see things that you won't be able to unsee. And it could get dangerous. Okay, well, I'm just gonna, let me just check the comments. Maybe if I watch the comments and I look again, the gremlins that took the piece will bring it back. That's what I hope. Okay, let's try this again. Comments. Mr. OCD. Oh, okay, let's go. Oh man, no sleep Shogun. Oh man, the Neo Geo CD, that brings me back. That console was hella expensive. Oh yeah, it was. Mr. OCD, 1989. Landline's amazing. Was in so much trouble spending too long with girls. One day I'll tell you about why I got internet much later in my life and why my parents cut the phone. But let's not have that conversation now. Yeah, the Neo No Sleep Shogun was essentially had the arcade board in it, so it's a very expensive console. And then he's remarking on that plastic is very shiny. Yes, this thing's plastic is very shiny. Sorry, Mr. OCD, about your power. Catch us in the YouTube. Batman Beyond was dope. Yeah, Mech Junkie. Batman Beyond is still dope. I love that. It's one of my favorite animated series. Jeff is calling me out of the cesspool. I don't know. I must have made a balls joke. I do that. Thinking of picking up Space Dusty. Thinking of picking up Tamiya panel liner. How different is the process compared to using panel line markers? Would you recommend it? Actually, Space Dusty, here's the thing. The enamel thinner that Tamiya uses is quite intense on Bandai plastic. It just does. I don't know why, I've only experienced this with Bandai plastic, but it does tend to make it crack. That said, it's better to give the kit a gloss coat before you do the Tamiya panel liner. So, you know, use like the Mr. Hobby gloss coat, spray paint or whatever, okay? because that will protect the plastic from the panel liner, but it'll also make it flow better and also make it easier to clean up afterwards. So knowing that, I feel like it's just gonna add more complexity to your build, because something tells me you want it to be simpler. So that's where the panel line markers are so much more just versatile, you know, and easy. You can just keep them on your desk, and in between work stuff you can just quickly do some panel lining. Whereas a Tamiya panel liner, that's like, okay, it's time for my model session, and then you're going to do the whole thing, right? So yeah, that's kind of my vibe there with that. So I hope that helps you. Either way, they're kind of both winners. Yeah. So, oh, there's the piece. Haha, you see, the Gremlins brought it back. I told you. Look at this. Look at this. Ah, look at this. Hey, Gremlins. I've seen your movie. I know how to get rid of you guys. I also know that you guys like Snow White. Okay, Gremlins. Yeah. Anyway, got this piece back. I can resume my build. Makes me very happy. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna pinch those. Pop those together. This is a piece I most likely will not disassemble to paint, because it's a pretty complete and chunky part. Okay. Power cable, power cable, power cable. Other way. Yep, glad I clipped those. Good. That's quite a tough piece. Okay. Check out the rest of the comments now. Sorry guys, I got so excited about my piece, I had to put it back together. Shame. Bell sound. Shame. Bell sound. Whatever. Okay, here we go, here we go. Yep. Squeezy, 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 cheesy. Yay! I have a pants. Okay, and I like this. See, look, the kit. Oh, I'm such a butthead. Look at this, man. Now I gotta take this apart because I broke the important rule that Jeff and I keep trying to tell you guys to do. And here's Paul being a supersized banana bread and not taking my build slow and not realizing that there's actually a piece that goes here that I popped together for all of this. Now it's done. See? There. It has got a bumhole. Look at its bumhole. It's magnificent. Hold on. It's feeling a bit naked. Not like the insurance. Okay. Look. Behold! It's bumhole. Wow. Gunpla SA stream. Yeah, the model information's kinda helpful, but the guys that host the show, they like must be 12 or something. Yeah, we 12. I'm totally 12. I like me a good fart joke. And I can carry on. Ooh, yeah, these parts are cool. I've been actually quite excited about these. Okay, so shiny boosters. Hold me closer, shiny booster. We're a bi-directional thruster. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay, check this out. Meh. Okay, but this is not just a. Okay, it's not just like nothing. You can put the beam saber in there. That's where it goes. Especially when you put it in the right direction. And it's got a little clip and everything. Isn't that cool? Like it goes in there, and like I don't know how canon that is, to be very honest with you all, but I just think that it's in the kit because that means that I just feel like there's some thought going on there, and that makes me very happy. Anyway, we're about to put on a very cool skirt. Wow, guys, we actually almost done with this bad boy. It's got to do 2 legs, and we're good. We're on the home stretch. I'm gonna get this little yellow piece, provided I don't spend like 50 bazillion hours looking for a yellow piece. I'm going to switch to the kit cam just as I check out some of the comments from you all. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, okay, wow, I totally did that by accident. So there's actually, yeah, you guys will see it when you build your own one, but I might go into some detail with it just now. Let me switch on the kit cam. And kit cam in. The legs are just for show. So are the hands and the booster backpack. There we go. Let's get. Come, Paul. Focus. 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 Ah. Focus. Hey guys. So cool. So cool. Check this. Nice mobility here. Nice mobility in the skirt. Quite excited to see what the mobility test. Okay, rear skirt. Doesn't move. Big surprise there. There's a nice candidate for some reverse washing and a drill. I'm going to drill a hole in its skirt. Anyway. Moving right back to our schedule programming. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Now it's got to oh yeah, let me put on the backpack. A fairly straightforward build. It's going to be kind of a blink and you miss it moment, so I'm going to do it really, really slowly. I want you guys to experience this with me. I want you guys to get a full experience of the backpack assembly with me. Okay, so let's start with gently inserting the poly cap. That's one. Okay, don't want to labor this, but I do. I am. That's too short. Okay, there we go. There we go. Boom. Okay, cool. Cool. Are you guys watching? Okay, I'm gonna put them together like they show you in the manual. Yeah, it's done. There we go. That was the backpack. See, told you, blink and you miss it kind of thing. Okay, suppose if I wanted to be like, I'm just gonna not tell you guys about that piece of polycap that went a bit loose there. I think you've been looking at too many Digimon kits lately, Mecha Junkie. Just like how I just really just enjoy putting pieces together and breaking them apart. I think you like looking at Digimon kits. Dude, the bird head is very it's very hit or miss. Like, I find that there are people that like it and there are people that really hate it to the point of filling it up. So it's a very divisive design element on this kit. I first saw this kit in a catalog in a 92 or 93. There we go. So that's how old this kit, the original, is. Probably like from 93. Guess when I dropped the part? Surprise. Anyway. Oh, you have to laugh at myself. Anyway. And I remember seeing this and going, it's Eagle Gundam! Because I was a moron and like 10 years old or something. But I was like, Eagle Gundam! I'm just gonna make stuff up. Okay, well, you know, that part's lost forever. I'm never gonna find it. No, I will. I just want to keep building. Okay, so let's pop that there. Okay, let's see. Whew. Make Junkie. I keep watching the parts box. Looks very close to the edge of the table and balancing funny. I actually do that for dramatic effect. It's not actually as bad as it looks. This is it's like clickbait, but for people with anxiety. No, No, I have to have something exciting in the show. You know, just like how on a roller coaster they don't really fit your seatbelt fully. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Anyway, so that's kind of what is happening here. But yeah, no, dudes, I'm also a little bit worried. I prefer having the smaller box, but the pieces on this are too chunk, so I couldn't get them all in there. My story of my life. And yeah, now I gotta build some legs. Anyway, continuing with the comments. Mick Junkie says 76 millimeters. I'm just gonna say yes. I can't even remember what that was in reference to. I'm sorry, man. It's fine, Jess. One day you'll be able to truly build a thing. Oh, 76-minute missions. Yeah, okay, duh. I'm here now. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Jeff. I don't know. Gonna let that slide, my guy. I don't know. Jeff, fat fingers. You haven't got fat fingers. I won't leave food or water out after midnight. I won't do that. Okay. Damn it. Watch how Paul narrowly defeats his momentary OCD by focusing on the kit and building that instead of being annoyed by the other part and compulsively needing to find it. Watch my coping mechanisms at play right now. Streaming here on the Twitches. Okay, cool. Making some footsies times. Okay, footsie. That's gonna be a bugger to get out later. I know it. I just know this thing. Okay. Nice little bit of a hook kind of shape there. Ooh, those are gonna need to be clipped. I know it. They clippy and they know it. And let's see. Jeff just I felt your eye roll there, Jeff. I felt that. You were like, no, Paul. No. No. It's like I heard my name. Just so you guys know, Jeff is busy sorting out. He's making sure the back order list is correct. So that all of you who have been diligently putting forth your Gundam and Digimon kits and 30-minute mission wish lists and requests. Yeah, Jeff's busy making sure that happens now while I'm doing the stream. I am, of course, trying my best to annoy him while he's doing that. Saying random words like Spinatia and other such kit names so that it upsets him. Cool. Me. Oh, there's a nice opportunity there. Check this. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so this is an obvious annoying scene that's happening here, right? Okay, and this circular piece, actually, I'm gonna take it to KitCam. I feel like this is important enough. Okay, so you see in here, okay, good, thank you, KitCam. See, there's a nice circular jobby happening there. So this is cool because I can just go in there, fix the seam as I normally would, but then I can drill out that hole and put in like a piece of runner or something that I've like scratch built a little bit, and I can make that look really cool as opposed to trying to get in there or just live with it. And it's one of those nice little like under armor details that just make all the difference, you know. So anyway, that's just something to think about when you see details like that on a kit. You know, if they're really helping you with some cool ideas, then, you know, roll with it. Personally, yeah, I love stuff like that because it just gets me thinking, okay, that's one less, like, concept that I have to come up with, you know, to try and make the detail interesting because it's already there. And it, guys, even if you, like, don't paint your kits, you could I'm pretty sure you could do that without having to, like, you could fix the seams and all that good stuff without having to paint the kit. I mean, I've seen guys do it on the internet. The World Wide Web is Websies. The worldwide advertising platform. Oh, that's cynical. Don't be like that, Paul. I mean, building joy, not building resentment. There's a t-shirt idea. Keep building joy, not resentment. Food and water equals Gremlins movie reference. Oh, I know, Make Junkie. I know. If other people don't know, then they will know. Eventually. I hope. Admittedly, like, everybody loves the first movie. I'm not a big fan of the first Gremlins film. Like, I think it's a good movie, but I actually prefer the second one. But I don't know, maybe that's just... I know that's sacrilegious in some circles, but what do I know? Anyway, stop building that the camera can't see you, Paul. Our overlords will be upset with us. There we go, pop it in. Cool. That's what my cat does. My cat goes meh, meh, meh. So I've actually kind of picked up that sound from my cat. She doesn't go meow like a normal cat. She goes meh. Where's my food, human? Meh. Yeah. Come on. Why is this? This should not be difficult. Although, good to know. When I watch this video again, and I will watch it because I'm watching myself build it, I know that that's a spot I have to be careful with when I eventually paint it. Okay. Guys, I'll show you those shoes. Oh my word, its head just exploded. Is this Resident Evil 4? I don't know. No! Guys, it's fine, I'm just being dramatic. So, how many of you in the chat that are based in Joburg are going to make it to the build stream? Build stream. You're already here. How many of you guys are going to make it to the build meet on Saturday? Let me know with me in the chat. And also, I don't know, Jeff's normally very good about uploading this video to YouTube quite quickly after the stream. So let me know in the comments if you're coming to the build stream. I mean to the build meet. God, this is becoming a first grade, entry grade situation. It's dangerous. Okay. There we go, there we go. Okay, these kind of leg joints are fun. So let's see. This kid has actually got no right to be this good. And guys, please don't get me wrong here. I'm not like Johnny positive about everything when it comes to Gundam. There are some Gundam kids that really annoy me with stuff. I've just been very lucky that our streams have been very well, I've just been very lucky that our streams have been full of like winners, you know, as far as kits go. And I suppose because to be fair, I love the heavy arms that I just did now, and I think it's a really fun and enjoyable kit. But it's a kit that came out like, I think it's this year. No, it's last year. It came out last year. And it's got a few like really irritating issues, actually, that a kit of that age shouldn't have. Like, it's got seams in stupid places, like really stupid places. Like, and that irritates me so much, considering that this, I mean, the Sandrock was nearly perfect as far as an HG kit goes. So I'm surprised that the heavy arms is just so meh. And the reason I say, oh, it's actually not so meh. That's very dramatic. It's just annoying that it's got those seams. Maybe it won't bug you guys because the actual functionality of the kit is great. Like, I love the posability. It looks good. The proportions are good enough. The gimmickry, the way the weapons work, feeling that, total winner. But you know, it's not going to get an A+ on its report card. I mean, it's not going to get into Tokyo U. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. However, rather, it's still totally worth building. But compared to this Jagd Doga, a kit that comes from 2006, friends, 2006. Okay, I've got students that I teach that were born in 2006. Okay, so like that's a long time ago. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, and this kit is better. It's a better quality kit in so many ways. Bandai, as Jeff says, it's probably Bandai's B team. I think this is Bandai's A team napping. Not to be too contrary to Jeff, because I think in the business of Gundam kits, I think you have to be in your A game most of the time. They also did a Quest Pariah variation of this Jagd Doga, hey? That's the very irritating girl in the movie. Very spoiled brat. Okay, now there's a horrible theme that's happening there. That's easy enough to fix, and it's also easy enough to work around, So like the back is awesome because you got that pre-made, it fits with the functionality of the design. And here you got that kind of yucky theme. Annoying. Oh, that's not the right side. Cool, this leg's nearly done. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I can feel that that's going to be worse. Come on, get out of there. Cool. So just using my monster nippers. I don't know when this is set here for a while. It's gonna get a bit stuck. Hopefully it shouldn't sit here for too long, but okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, not that cool. What did I forget? I forgot this very nice looking piece. There's another very cool looking piece. Sorry, I'm just gonna hold it up to the camera. So shiny. Hold on. Eee. Oh, that's cool. Nice mold. Man, I am so glad I'm finally building this guy. I was so worried, like, that it wouldn't be a great build. I was so worried it was going to be old, like that it was going to feel old, you know, and have a lot of the like irritation that you feel with older kits, but it really doesn't have that. It really does hold its own. And also, full disclosure, guys, I built the RE100 version of this kit as well, hey? The big one, and that's definitely got some great stuff going for it. I'd give it a solid, like, if I'm feeling generous, and I am a little bit today, I'd give it a solid kind of 8 out of 10. And that's by no means a bad grade from me, anyway. Whereas I feel like this is sitting on a solid 9.5. This is almost a perfect kit. What would make it perfect? You're probably wondering. I think a few more built-in seams, like on the legs, would have been great, even in its era, in its time. I think it would have been nice if they found a way to put articulation into this section so that I could do, you know, so that I could swivel the lower leg. I think that would definitely make it a 10. But I haven't played with it yet, so I don't know. So right now 9 is kind of like my 9.5 is kind of my build experience. Okay, Mech Junkie's about to have the biggest luck with me now, because he's gonna be like, I know it, I knew it. He's gonna hit it off the. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna knock it off the table. It's gonna be funny, and he's all like, I got this under control, but actually he's a dumbass, and he's gonna knock it down. So I'm gonna take a few of those off. Leave the knife blade down there, and I got a nice surprise for you guys from this kit. Not very obvious unless you've taken the time to study the box very, very carefully. But, and I'm not going to do this today because I actually want to save these. These are clear rods that came with this kit. And why? So that you can do the flying effect for these funnels. Oopsie, that's not how that works. There we go. So you put it there in the back, and then you can have like, I am a terrible delivering but and such and such. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. I'm very happy that they did that. Hey, that shows you what Bandai does before they have a P-Bandai. If this kit was released now, you'd pay what you're paying for the kit, and then make you pay half the price of the kit for a set of funnels like that are open like that, the clear rods, and a little stand to put them on, so that you can have the so-called effect. But let's get those longs. Let's get those legs on for you guys in the kit cam. Let's make it a thing. So okay, cool. Rad. You guys are actually seeing him before me because I'm actually not watching the camera properly. There he is. Okay, so we have some decent. Okay, we got a pretty straightforward normal bend in the legs. That's fine as long as I can bend them like this and get a nice flying position. Cool, I can do this with the neck. That makes me very happy. Nice. Looking forward for its flying pose. It's gonna look cool when it's behind like Sasabi. Okay. It's kind of cool that I've got the heavy arms here, so I can compare it to a wing kit. So I'm just gonna hold this up here for you. I'm gonna hold on to the kits from Wing next to it, and you can see how tiny heavy arms is compared to this. So you can imagine my shock when I got Tolkien's back in the day, like my story that I was telling you guys about. And then there's my Mr. Aznable RX-78, just a little bit bigger than, but more or less the same. Sorry, I'm actually holding them lower. There we go. Sorry guys, there's major error of parallax here, so you know, just take my word for it. Anyway, this is cool, and I like that he's got a little hole there that's been covered up now by a special covering part, so you can have some fun with this guy. So I just want to just off camera, well, I'm going to talk to you guys now quickly. I just want to just quickly put his gun in his hand, put his shield on his arm. I want to see how that works out, because that is one thing I'm pretty sure that's going to help this kit. It's going to take this kit down from a 9.5 to like a 8 maybe. Let's see how they integrate the weapons, because that's always an important factor. And so I'm just doing this, and I know my eyes, I'm not making eye contact, sorry. Just want to get this in there and get it working. That's the wrong piece, Paul. Cool. Oopsie. Is this the gun hand? No, that's not the gun hand. This is the hand. But yep, it's scoring points with me. With it's got a trigger finger. That's cool. Anyway, no, enough mystery. I'm sure you're bored of seeing the top of my head right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's put this gun in here. Oopsie. And it needs to be there. It's just gonna help a little bit. On that one. Okay. Sorry, it's holding its gun in the most ridiculous way right now. Wow, that's actually very annoying. I really don't like how it's holding its gun. This is kind of a problem I had with. There we go. So that's a little bit. That's like a little bit better. Is it though? I don't know. Yeah. See, this is the one thing I was worried about with this kit. But I think I know how to fix it. I know that they fixed it with the real grade Sasabi by giving it special wrist extenders, which was a very smart idea, and I feel like it's a very real world kind of concept, like you would do that with a real machine, because it doesn't have these same limitations as a human being does. It also doesn't necessarily have the same benefits of being completely anatomically correct. But anyway, that's a conversation we can save for a podcast or something. Anyway, shield is annoying, but I can make it work when I spend more time and I play with it a bit more, and that is why I encourage you guys to play with your kits, because then you get to really understand it. Anyway, I just want to just get this in there, hopefully without breaking it. Just to look like the catalog shot. Let me get you back to main scene. You guys can see me wrestling with this. Okay, so Jagd Doga is complete, and yeah, I'm still happy with this. I'm not like terribly disappointed or anything. I knew that the weapons, I kind of had a feeling that the weapons were going to be annoying. They're more annoying right now because of the modification I made to make it easier to take them apart for painting later, so that's my nightmare. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be yours. I just want to get a nice pose here. I also have the SD of this kit as well. I love seeing it in Super Robot Wars. Well, the Gundam version of Super Robot Wars back in the day. So there we go. So at least we got like a semi decent pose out of it. Right now, okay, except that arm at the back there is a bit yeah, that's like not cool. Yeah, I think these shields, the shoulder shields, I think that could be much better. Like the mobility, I just feel like there's a shield battle happening here. I'm not surprised it was. Well, I don't want to say anything about GOOOO in the movie if you guys haven't seen the movie. But anyway, guys, just a quick thing. Also, like, no spoilers. I like the mech a lot more than I like the pilot. I really despise GOOOO Gus. I think he's such a ridiculously lame character. Hate him. He's kind of pathetic, actually, but a very good character nonetheless. It teaches us to not just don't be like GOOOO. Anyway, there we go. Okay, I want to check out them comments quickly, and just want to just get something to drink. My word, my throat is like... Yeah. Let's see. Hey, young Kaiga, welcome to the channel, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Space Dusty says it looks awesome. It's a big boy. Hey, Screech. When did you sneak in, buddy? Loud Lung, this is such a cool kit. Issues aside. Oh yeah, definitely, dude. It is a really, really cool kit. Issues aside. And the thing is, I know, like, if you've got a little bit of time and you just get in there a little bit, I'm sure you can fix some of those. Like, I know for me, I might want to extend the shoulders a little bit and little things to fix it. Thank you so much. Actually, guys, Loud is the one who suggested that I build the Jagd Doga for my next build stream. And then, sadly, that didn't really happen because I've had tons of load shedding get in the way. So, I've been saving this kit because Loud was like, yeah, I want to see you build this chunky boy. So I'm like, yeah. So thank you for that, Loud. Young Kaiga, put it on in the shelf and never touch it, lol. No, that's not how I roll. I'm totally gonna get in here and paint it and mod and all that. Then I will stick a sticky thing in its bum and it will be behind my Sasabi, and then I'll never touch it until we have to go to conventions, and then I'll bring it with for display. Mech Junkie 06, what is the red version of this kit called again? It's Quest Pariah's Jagd Doga. Oh sweet, Lyle. Lyle's like, been fun watching the build, thanks man. Sorry I couldn't chat much, been doing some building. Dude, it's all good, man. Just appreciate having your eyes here, that was cool. No Sleep Shogun. I just checked it now, mine was exported in 1080. Oh, okay, anyway, well, thanks, that's like a whole technical conversation that's going on there. And Screech was lurking a bit. Oh really, Screech? Were you lurking? I suspect you were. Anyway, cool guys, so yeah, I'll be bringing this with me to the build meet on Saturday. I hope to see those of you that are in the Gauteng, Joburg Gauteng area. If you guys can make it to the build meet on Saturday, it would be great to see you IRL, in person. Bring your kits, bring your questions, bring your awesome vibes. We're just gonna talk a lot of rubbish about little plastic robots, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna do it without any shame because I love this hobby. So yeah, please pop in if you can, if you have the means to. And yeah, Jeff and I are exploring ways to make it so that make it accessible to guys that are not in Joburg. But yeah, we're figuring that out right now. Let me not mess anything up. Ooh, I wonder where the barrel of this. Uh-oh. Well, I'll look for that just now then. Fantastic. Guys, thank you so much. Stay tuned to Discord and Insta. I'll post some cool shots of this little guy. And thank you so much for jamming with me in the stream and for hanging out and just bringing your cool vibe to the whole thing. It's been fun. I've been missing the streams. Comic-Con was amazing. But because of Comic-Con and the preparation for it, Jeff and I didn't do a stream or anything. So, well, did we? I don't know. I can't remember. Jeff, did you do a stream? What is the last thing you built? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He did a thing. And now I'm sitting here all the way at the bottom of the screen because I set this camera up so that I can be here. Anyway, and I'm looking at the chats. Anyway, guys, thank you again. And yeah, just thank you for all the support and just thank you for being awesome. And remember to keep building joy. And also be awesome to each other and be awesome to yourself. And rock and roll. Until next time. Bye!